Hello, I'm Ninja Greg, and you're watching the Ninja Greg Show, and this is my review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, the sequel to the first Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie that came out in 2014. Alright, so what's the story with this one? Well, it picks up sometime after the last one, where the Turtles stop the Shredder and William Fichtner from ripping off the Amazing Spider-Man. And now, Vern Fenwick, played by Will Arnett, has taken all the credit for the Turtles' heroic deeds because, well, they can't very well go to the news or the police with this, being ninjas who have to exercise secrecy in everything that they do, and also being giant, talking, weapon-wielding turtles. So, yeah, it was probably for the probably better not to get the city panicked over having these mutants running around and just have some human take all the credit. But oh my lord, Vernon totally loves the attention and just eats up the spotlight. He's actually kind of a lot like classic Vernon from the classic Ninja Turtles series. That's one thing I gotta praise this movie for, is it seems like it's made for Turtles fans more than the last one was, and I'm gonna expound on that. Now Shredder gets broken out of jail and teams up with interdimensional alien conqueror Krang to bring his ultimate weapon, the Technodrome, into our dimension and take it over. And let me just tell you, this movie is a step up from the last one. For one thing, it actually is about the Turtles. It stars the Turtles from start to finish, whereas the last one had a little too much Megan Fox O'Neal. And the Turtles themselves really look a lot better. They got brighter colors, and I even like the outfits they have on them this time, which is a weird thing to say because in almost every other medium the Turtles are almost completely naked. But I'm not gonna don't dwell on that. And I was also pleasantly surprised by Brad Garrett's performance as Krang. First of all, I was surprised that Brad Garrett was going to be doing Krang in this one, but he was actually not bad. It seems to me like he studied Pat Fraley's performance as Krang from the classic show and just kind of put his own flavor on it. And I really like this movie's version of Rocksteady and Bebop because, number one, not only is it the first big screen debut of Rocksteady and Bebop, but these guys they have a really solid bromance going on. You know, always slapping each other on the back and saying, "My man, my man." It's like they're criminal versions of Finn and Poe Dameron from Star Wars The Force Awakens. They're just delightful to watch. I also really liked Stephen Amell's Casey Jones and, shockingly, Tyler Perry's Baxter Stockman. Yes, you heard me right. Tyler Perry, Madea, plays Baxter Stockman in this. And he was honest to God great. I mean, Stephen Amell's Casey Jones, you know, he had good chemistry with the Turtles and April, like he should. And I just loved how Tyler Perry took Baxter Stockman and made him into this kind of gleeful mad scientist kind of character, when before he was either a complete pushover or really egocentric. So yeah, everybody kind of brought their A game to this one. And despite this being technically a Michael Bay production, it really feels like more of something that was made for TMNT fans, like I said earlier, instead of a Michael Bay production. You know, story isn't completely shot out the window and replaced with just action sequence upon action sequence. There's not a crap ton of explosions. The action, when there is action, is really good, but saying that a Michael Bay movie doesn't have good action would be like saying an Adam Sandler movie isn't very funny. I'm sure there are some out there, but they're probably outweighed by the better ones. And thank sweet merciful God, there isn't any woman who's just there purely for the titillation of the male viewer, mostly. So, yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Bay might actually be learning. Yeah, just about everything new that we saw in this movie was brought over, probably brought over from most likely the classic cartoon series, which every Turtles fan loves and every Turtles fan goes to because that was really the largest exposure of Ninja Turtles that we had gotten. I mean, sure, the comic had its fans, but the Ninja Turtles classic cartoon show is probably what made it into the big cash cow franchise that it is today. So yeah, it was really great to see the Technodrome, Krang, Rocksteady, Bebop, Baxter Stockman, and all on the big screen for the first time. I like seeing the new version of Casey Jones, newer and really, like I said, a step up from the last one, a much better and kind of awesome version of the Turtle Van. So I'm actually kind of casually optimistic for any future Bay Turtle projects down the line. Unfortunately, the only negative thing I have to say about it is uh, it does reference events that happened in the first one, so if you want the complete story, you're gonna have to take the good with the bad and watch the first one before watching this one if you haven't already. But if you can at least tolerate the first one, this one is well worth the price of admission. And I forgot to mention one thing that this movie did that was kind of another shout out to Turtle fans was during the end credits they actually had a pretty rockin' version of the classic cartoon theme song. So yeah, if you're a big Turtles fan, I recommend this one. It's weirdly pretty good. Anyways, that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. I'm Ninja Greg. You've been watching the Ninja Greg Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.